So, courtesy of Legion Hoops, which is courtesy of Full Court Pass. So, apparently, there was a list of teams that made inquiries to trade for LeBron James. And it became known that it was 4 teams that made the inquiry to trade for LeBron. And those 4 teams happened to be the Mavericks, the Warriors, the Cavs, and the Clippers. They all contacted Rich Paul about trading for LeBron James, per Scoop B. Shout out to Full Court Pass. Shout out to Legion Hoops. Now, I'm going to leave this on the screen. Now, I mentioned, as a matter of fact, I got to plug myself because I'm starting to feel like Nostradamus a little bit. And, I have takes that are just random takes that I'm just thinking how things could be, how things could potentially should be. And I'm like, okay, this could potentially be a situation that could present itself. I just made a video 3 weeks ago. The Lakers should trade LeBron James to the Golden State Warriors. 3 weeks ago. I think I was on a stream not too long ago, and I mentioned that that the Lakers should maybe try to part ways with LeBron. And I was getting a little bit of backlash from it. Like, this was a while back. And it was like, LeBron, why would they trade LeBron? LeBron is the GOAT. Why would they trade LeBron? This is why you trade LeBron. Because he's 40 years old, and he's just locked himself into $53 million against your cap in the last year of his contract. And you don't know what his future is going to be moving forward. And you have obviously positioned yourself for the future. And LeBron James at 40 years of age isn't your future. This is why you trade LeBron. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Criscoe Fontaine, a.k.a. Coach Criscoe. Now, you know what's going on. The Lakers just got sold, man. Shout out to Hoops Hype for this. The King James is comfortable with the Lakers sale. Now, this is going to be a very quick video. I thought about this the other day, and something just made me think this sale is it's intriguing. Let's fast forward. Let's get to the trade. Did AD for Luka? Yeah. On paper, you won. Walter? Is that his name? Mark Walter? Let me just double check real quick. Mark Walter, the new owner of the Lakers, the owner of the Dodgers. He may want to come in, and he may want to look at that handsome guy on that screen. He may want to come in, and he may want to expedite the future. Yes, LeBron is going to put butts in seats, but LeBron is 40. You have a brand new superstar, brand new shinish toy in Luka Doncic, 26 years of age. Put pieces around him right now so that you can move forward with your future. Because I think I mentioned going to the Warriors, it would have to be for Jimmy or Draymond. And I think that they would want to keep Draymond. So maybe Jimmy and Kuminga for LeBron. Regardless of the fact, maybe I'll leave the link to this video in the description. Legion is saying that the Warriors are one of the teams that made an inquiry about trading for LeBron. Now, I think they also tapped in last season before the trade deadline about a potential trade, but I think LeBron vetoed it. Now, I'm not so sure that LeBron would veto it. I'm not so sure he would veto it. I don't think that he is completely happy with the moves that the Lakers have made thus far. I don't think that he thinks that the Lakers have made adequate moves, put adequate pieces around him to contend for a championship. And even though he, denounces ring culture, he still wants to play for a championship. Crazy, right? Because that's what you do, right? You play for championships. You play to win. Play to win the game. Shout out to Herm Edwards. When you put a stranglehold on the franchise after you opt into $53 million at 40 years of age. I don't know what Luka's making, but I don't think Luka's making, let's say 43, 53. If I said 43, my bad. I'm sleepy. You opt into $53 million. I don't think Luka's making $50 million. I don't think. He's the best player on the squad. Sorry, LeBron fans. Bron sexuals. Sorry. Luka's the best player on the team in 2025. And that's not taking anything away from LeBron. I mean, he's still contributing at a high level for sure. But Luka's the better player right now. And if you are the second option, and in my opinion, if you want to be on a team that is contending for a championship at 40, you probably shouldn't even be the second option. You should be maybe the third option. Shit, maybe even the fourth option. Just contribute what you can do. You probably shouldn't be playing 35, 40 minutes a game at 40. This is crazy. You cheating Father Time. What supplements are you taking, LeBron? I'm knocking on 40's door my damn self. I'm not a pro athlete, but shit, sometimes it's hard getting up in the morning. It's difficult. What supplements are you taking, sir? We're in the same generation. I'm trying to get like you, LeBron. What supplements are you taking? I need some. Maybe even a half of a dosage. When you command $53 million, you kind of put a limit on what the franchise is able to do and what the franchise is able to, how they're able to move and bring pieces in. Part of me also thinks that because LeBron is there, not even the fact that he commands so much money against the cap, but the fact that he's there is a bit off-putting to some stars, some players, to even want to go to the Lakers, because I don't think that they really want to play with LeBron. I think that they would love the idea of playing with Luka, but the idea of playing with LeBron is a bit off-putting. And I think the Lakers know that. I think they know that. I think that's why the moves that they've made over the last half a season and now off season, they haven't really tapped in with LeBron and informed him of what they're going to do. I mean, when the Luka trade happened, they were talking about LeBron didn't know that it went down. And in that moment, I'm like, yo, that's bullshit. There's no way LeBron didn't know. He knew, and Luka and AD may not have known, but he knew. Now, looking back on it, I could believe that he may not have known that they made the deal and he was clueless, because they're not really making moves and positioning themselves to build around him anymore. They have already looked past LeBron. LeBron don't exist to the Lakers no more. He just happened to be on the squad, still under contract. But other than that, shit that they're doing is not necessarily predicated to what is going to make LeBron comfortable, and it shouldn't be. So if you are still trying to play for rings, you're on the contract with the Lakers, unless you demand a trade, you definitely could have made it a little bit easier for them to bring pieces in to help you win your fifth chip. So I don't see that really happening for the Lakers with LeBron there. So if you're the Lakers and you know that this is LeBron's last year on contract, he's probably going to want to play, past this contract, because I think he wants to play with Bryce. Why would you not try to move him to get something back from him instead of letting him walk for nothing this offseason? And these four teams, Mavericks, Warriors, Cavs, Clippers. The Clippers, they're just trying to, like I said earlier, like Steve Ballmer, he will pay money. I don't think he gives a damn about the first or second apron. He's like, apron? When I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, I cook butt ass. I don't wear aprons. Like, what is an apron? Don't give a damn about no apron. Don't give a damn about no luxury tax. If I want LeBron here, I will pay that money, and I have his black ass here in the Clipper uniform. He ain't even got to move nowhere. We in the same city. He'll pay that money. He will pay that money. Cavs would just be, like a swan song. That would low-key be the perfect place for him to go back to. And I think he would really help the squad that they have now. You put LeBron, if he's able to even give what he gave last season at 40, if he's able to give copy and paste what he did last year to this coming up season, and you put him with Donovan Mitchell, you put him with Evan Mobley, I don't know what the trade would. I'm assuming Garland would have to be in that deal. The Lakers might want Mobley, but they can't. Cleveland can't give up Mobley for a 40-year-old LeBron. Jared Allen, maybe Lonzo is in that deal somehow. I don't know how that deal would look. But if you're able to retain Donovan and Evan Mobley, and you put LeBron with them, put pieces around that, that's a contender in the Eastern Conference. For sure. Best team in the East this past season, record-wise anyways. So you make a trade, you put LeBron with that squad, yeah, and for him to finish in Cleveland where he started his career, that would be poetic justice. So out of those 4 teams, Cleveland makes the most sense. But what would be best for the league, to me, would be either the Mavericks or the Warriors. I think that would be better for the NBA. And I'm leaning more towards the Warriors just because Bron is on record of wanting to play with Steph. Both Steph and LeBron are chasing their 5th ring. Guess you can throw Draymond in there too. Jimmy is chasing his first. If the NBA really wanted to rig some shit, they would figure out a way to move LeBron to Golden State without Golden State having to give up Jimmy or Draymond. And I think that I low key think that that could happen. And the reason why is I seen it was either today or yesterday, whatever the case. Golden State is pretty much going to stick with Kuminga at least until the trade deadline. So they're going to have him pretty much for half of next season, and then probably trade him. But they're going to hold on to him so that they can be able to trade him and get back full value. If they do a sign and trade right now, they can only get back half. So if they sign him for, a deal that's in the ballpark of $30 million a year, they can only get back $15 million of that. So if they hold on to him, then they can get back the full 30. So why not hold on to him? See if the Mavs, the Cavs, the Clippers, if they're really serious, if they're not serious, they're just throwing out fillers. And Golden State's really wanting LeBron to come. That's $53 million. You give Kuminga in the sign and trade, you give him 30, 35, whatever. I think he was wanting 35, some shit like that. You give him 35, you didn't have to make up 20. You got some players on that bench. You got a Moody, you got a Buddy Hield, you got a Podziemski, a Trace Jackson Davis. You got some guys on that bench that you can piece a package deal for. And if LeBron, what is his middle name? Jerome, whatever. If he says, I will waive my no trade clause for the Warriors and the Warriors only, you don't think that they would make that deal happen? Even if the Lakers say, well, we want Draymond back or we want Jimmy back, and LeBron said, nah, I want to play with Jimmy and Draymond, they can't be in the deal. You don't think that they would make that happen? This is LeBron James. They would most definitely make that happen. For sure. If Golden State's holding on to Kuminga, that's why they're holding on to him, so that they can get full value back for him. And they could potentially use him to get LeBron. The trade might not happen this offseason, but I definitely think, and it all depends on how the Lakers, how they start their season. If they're rocky, they're not looking too great, definitely look for LeBron to be moved in the middle of the season. It's unprecedented. It's going to be a little weird. It's like, damn, the GOAT's being traded mid-season? What the hell? That does not even make sense. And the Mavs, I don't know. I don't think that Kyrie or AD would want to play with LeBron again.